Hey guys, it's Moneyman. I've discovered a few more tips and tricks and techniques for using the throwing knives, and I wanted to share them. So I'll start with the one I've already covered in a previous video. Basically, you can start your animation for the right click and cloak, and your character will still throw the knives without decloaking. So this is pretty useful if you just want to quick peek someone and then run around cover. Very useful. I recommend it. The cloak is really powerful, and it's really powerful with throwing knives. The second tip I want to give is that the right click actually does a little extra damage. So I got a medium here. It takes 3 shots with left click to kill them. But if I use right click, it takes 2 shots. The right click does a little bit of extra damage, and that's very important because it will lower the number of body shots and headshots you need to get on people to actually kill them. I could come out with a complete list, but I just wanted to quickly mention that. Right click does extra damage. So if you can land a right click, try to do it. You know, even if you're engaging or sniping at long range, that right click can mean one less knife, one less headshot that you need to get a kill. The third thing I wanted to cover is animation canceling. So the right click has really long windup, and it's got a lot of time before your character is ready to fire again. But you can actually right click, and as soon as the knives are thrown... I didn't have my stun gun reloaded. God damn it. Alright, I'll try that again. You can immediately switch to a gadget, such as a grenade or a stun gun, and immediately fire it and then switch back to your knives, and by the time you're done, you'll be ready to left click or throw another volley or melee or whatever you need to do. And little side note, the stun gun is really powerful on all light builds, but it's especially powerful on throwing knife builds, because say I've got a heavy here, I immobilize them, they're really slow, and I can just 2-shot headshot them with my throwing knives. The next one, and I'm going to go on a little mini rant about this. This needs to be patched immediately because it makes throwing knives arguably one of the worst, if not the worst weapon in the game. So when I throw my throwing knives, just standing still, they throw perfectly at the center. But if I'm airborne or jumping, it introduces random spread to the knives. Like, look at that. That's terrible. That's like a shotgun. And this is a precision weapon. But it doesn't just affect your your airborne moves. It affects your sliding moves too. Like, look at that. I just slid. Look at this knife. It's all the way over there, and I was aiming directly ahead of myself. So this needs to be patched. This is a fast-paced movement shooter. You're going to be doing a lot of crazy stuff to jump around. You're going to be jumping on jump pads, sliding around. And a high-precision weapon where you absolutely need to get headshots that are super hard to hit with regularly are now even harder because you have random spread. So they need to patch this. Though I wanted to make a little note here, your right click is perfectly centered. It will always hit exactly where you're aiming, so you can use the right click if you want to jump around or slide. That's no problem. But if you use your left click, it's going to go all over the place. The fifth thing, I'll cover it briefly, but yeah, headshots really do matter. A lot of people I've been seeing on Reddit and, you know, dumb sites like that, they say that throwing knives can't one-shot a light. They absolutely can. You can actually one-shot a light with a headshot. Oh, fuck that. A headshot and a body shot. So headshots really matter with these weapons. You have to get headshots. If you get headshots, you can actually 2-shot a heavy. It's really useful, and it feels really satisfying when you get those one-shots with a throwing knife. But, of course, it's a weapon that's designed to be difficult to hit with, but it is super rewarding when you do hit those headshots. Last tip I'll give, pretty generic, matters for all weapons and all classes and everything in the finals, but it especially matters for light throwing knives, is you got to think of your positioning. If I'm positioning myself, say I've got 3 enemy teammates in front of me, I have to prioritize my targets. Is that a heavy? Is that a light? I have to think of who I can sneak up on. I got to get close to them, so that's why I like the cloak. I get close to them, sneak up, and then I quickly kill them, and I disappear, run around cover or something. You have to think of your positioning. You want to get as close to people as you can, or get in a way where you're predicting their movement, and then you're throwing your knives to get easy headshots. That's the way to win with these weapons. You have to be able to get easy headshots or take your opponents off guard. So positioning really does matter with light, and it really, really matters if you're using the throwing knives. So those are just some useful tips I wanted to give about using the throwing knives. I don't think they're very good weapons, but they are really fun to use, and they are very satisfying when you can actually hit something and hit headshots and, one shot or two shot a heavy. That's everything. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later.